afternoon baseball now from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tropicana Field here in St. Pete. Opening day for the 2014 season between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your 2014 Tampa Bay Rays.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's bring in a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Blue Jays as they'll line themselves up like this here this afternoon. They'll match up against the American League's Cy Young Award winner for 2012, the hard-throwing left-hander David Price. And defensively, the Rays will look like this behind him. First pitch forthcoming as Jose Reyes is set to go. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first will take care of Reyes, and that's how we get things started.
Well, he really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
So one away here with the bases empty, and striding in is the left fielder Melky Cabrera. Cut fastball inside, ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Bases are empty, one man out. That one's in there on the black, 2-1.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Now Cabrera awaits the 2-2. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at-bat.
Edwin Encarnacion will get his first shot now with the runner at first following the one-out single. And this is fouled back and out of play. Price ready with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground, softly back up the middle. And this is knocked down on the mound. And pretty fortunate here as they do wind up getting the out at first, although the runner will advance to second.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Jose Bautista will stand in here for the first time, looking to pick up that runner from second with 2 away here. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Three and 0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
Three and 0 now to Bautista. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
Brett Laurie will stand in now in an early RBI spot in the top of the first. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Starting lineup for the Rays here looks like this. They'll have their hands full here for sure as they try and tackle the knuckleball specialist, R.A. Dickey. Behind him defensively, the Blue Jays take the field like so. Here's the center fielder Desmond Jennings now to step forward and lead things off here in the home first.
Number 8, center fielder, Desmond Jennings.
Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike one. Ball swung on and lifted in the air with some carry out towards left center. And Rasmus is there to put this ball away for out number one.
Batting second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist will get his first opportunity now. And that misses, ball one. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. One now to Zobrist. And a slow knuckleball misses here. 2-1 now. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Picked up by his Turris. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third, right fielder, Will Myers.
Will Myers will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Starts him out with a knuckleball too high, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. We've played an inning. No score. Deoner Navarro will start it out for Toronto with Adam Lind to follow.
Deoner Navarro.
Hey, get your cotton candy here.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now the 0-2 from Price. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And this is hit sharply but foul past Loney over at first base. Price ready with another 0-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion. Boy, that is a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Adam Lind will stride to the box as he gets ready for his first AB of the year. And here's a fastball called for strike one. No score here as we play inning number 2. Lind awaits the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
And on the mound here, you got to make sure you pitch to the shift. You don't want to make it easier for a guy to go the other way on you.
Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
The 2-2 coming now from Price. Here's a swing and a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Colby Rasmus, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
And this turned out to be a question of who'd blink first. I mean, these are 2 elite players in this game, neither of whom will back down from anybody. That was a heck of a battle there. The good news is there'll be others to come.
Colby Rasmus will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the 2nd. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Fouled back. And this is going to be a foul ball. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. Evan Longoria will start things off in the bottom of the 2nd.
Leading off for the Rays, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
First pitch coming. Now a bullet to first. And the Rays are into the hit column with their first hit of the contest.
And when you face a knuckleballer, there's this little voice in the back of your head that says, wait, wait, wait. Apparently, he listened to that voice there. That's well done.
Wilson Betemit will stand in for the first time here. Starts him out with a good dancing knuckleball for a strike. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. Reyes on to Lind, and it's a double play.
Batting sixth, first baseman, James Looney.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and striding in is the first baseman, James Looney. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
Line hard. Foul. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. Right there is Reyes. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Tampa. We'll move to the third with no score. Meiser Asturias will step in here to start their half of the third with the top of the order to follow.
Meiser Asturias.
Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
Tough pitch right there. That's 96 in on the hands. You just got to let that one go.
All right, here's an easy strikeout.
A little bit outside. 2-1.
This guy's swinging anything.
Here's the pitch. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And that's going to be strike 3 called. His 4th consecutive strikeout, and he's in the zone now. 1 away.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Jose Reyes will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And this misses as well, so it goes to 2-0 now on the Jays shortstop. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Outside, 3-0 now.
And this is just a guy that's going to be happy to take a walk, so I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't challenged him a little bit more from the mound.
And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away.
Now in a scoreless game, I've got a hunch he may get a green light here. They may want to try and get something started that way.
Melky Cabrera will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Runner goes. And it's not in time, so Reyes has himself a stolen base.
Boy, I'm not too sure if a good throw would have had him here or not. But you can see he doesn't get on top of his throw down, and it sails on him just a little bit. That's going to allow the runner to dive in safely with a stolen base.
Now a pickoff play at second, just keeping him close. Now a spin and another throw back to second. Might have an idea something's up here. And he misses low with it, 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Jennings is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in. He grounded out his first time. That's hard hit back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And the runs across to score, and the Jays will take an early 1-0 lead.
Now batting, right fielder, Jose Bautista.
Jose Bautista will try and keep things going now with the runner at first following the RBI single. Now the first pitch here from Price. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Fouled straight back. Now just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Here comes a 2-2. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to the first baseman, Loney, and the side is retired. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Toronto leads this one 1-0. Matt Joyce makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Left fielder, Matt Joyce.
And that misses for ball 1. And this is on the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting 8th, the shortstop,
So 1 away now, and here's the shortstop, Yunel Escobar. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
Three and 0 now. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
That one's in there, 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. It's not a bad idea.
The 3-1 pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
Swing and a strike.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Right field. There to take it is Bautista, and he's got it for out number 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, this won't look like a whole lot in the box score, but anytime you can make a pitcher use up 8 pitches to get you out, you've done your job as a hitter.
So 2 are gone here in the Tampa Bay 3rd inning, and that'll bring in the catcher, Jose Molina. And the first pitch to the 38-year-old veteran is in for a called strike, 0-1. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. Bautista is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They still trail 1-0. Brett Laurie will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, third baseman, Brett Laurie.
This is popped up, and that may need to dodge the catwalks. It's way up there. Longoria is under it to put it away, and it's a quick 1 pitch out to begin the 4th.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. Now, you'll take that every time.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in is the catcher, Deoner Navarro. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. 2-1. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. Up with it is Longoria. On to first, and the price is right here, 2 away.
Now batting, First baseman, Adam Lind.
Adam Lind will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they're up 1-0. Matt Vasgersian, Eric Karros, Steve Lyons as Desmond Jennings settles in to kick things off for Tampa Bay. Right there for strike one. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Boy, right down the middle for strike two.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will wind up foul, still 0-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Too high. 1-2. Swing, and I believe this one is going to find the seats as well. It does, so quite a battle here as it remains 1-2. Knuckleball, strike three called as that thing came back over the plate, one away.
In a one-run game like this, just keeping this guy off base is a big development because he can do his damage in a lot of different ways.
So one gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Ben Zobrist.
Come on now.
In there, and it's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now a ball bounced towards the mound, taken there by his Turris. In time to first, and there are two away.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Will Myers will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Knuckleball taken there, and that'll even it up at 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Now a swing as he hits this one into the air, but this will be foul off to the right, out of play. Here's the 1-2. And the knuckler got him swinging, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. They're down 1-0. Colby Rasmus will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Colby Rasmus.
Now a good swing there as he sends this one high and deep toward the left field corner. And that ball is gone as he tucks it over the wall down the left field line. So that long ball has taken him 1 away from the century mark in home runs for his career. Not a major milestone, but a pretty impressive number nonetheless.
Yeah, good for him. He's really shown some solid power so far in his career, and he's about to reach a milestone that quite a few major league hitters never reach.
Now, this is going to be a fastball here, and it's on the outside third of the plate. But look at him just reach those arms out, stay back, and drive this thing the other way. Now, this didn't stay fair by much, but if you can keep them fair right down the foul lines, you don't have to hit them 400 feet.
Second baseman, Meiser is 30.
First pitch coming. Meiser Isturiz is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Two and 0 now.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Out of play. Here's one hit hard to the right side and caught out there at second. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, this guy on the mound right now isn't fooling anybody to start this inning. The home run was clearly hammered, and this ball's hit even harder, but with just a more favorable result out there on the mound.
Jose Reyes will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. First pitch on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Now a swing and a ground ball for Escobar at shortstop. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
fielder number 53, Melky Cabrera.
Melky Cabrera will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. And he drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Whew. That is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
A good job here. He stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Edwin Encarnacion will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. There goes Cabrera. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Yeah, and with 2 away, maybe a chance to get a second run home here in the inning. He picks a good pitch to run on, and he's in safely at second.
Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Halfway home here from Tropicana Field. It's now 2-0 Toronto. Evan Longoria will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Go Tampa!
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Tried to wait out the knuckleball, but it's in there, 2-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2. And the pitch. Swinging a high chopper. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. So 1 away now for Wilson Bedamit. Now the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Oh, and he squares up on this one as it's hit high and deep out to straightaway right field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Rays have cut this to a 2-1 ball game now.
Oh, and you know what? I think he had a real shot at this one in right field. Let's check it out. This doesn't make it over by much, and I think he may have mistimed his jump just a little bit, and it winds up sneaking over the wall for a homer.
James Loney will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
First baseman, James Loney.
And a ball 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And when that thing's doing that, forget it. It's 1-2.
Let it go, Ray.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he goes with the pitch nicely there as this is lifted high and deep the other way to left. Cabrera is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Matt Joyce will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Come on, Matt.
Now a swing and a ground ball back up the middle. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. One for the Rays on the solo home run. 5 innings complete, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Jose Bautista will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Jose Bautista.
Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
One out now in the Toronto 6th inning. And stepping in, the right-handed bat of third baseman Brett Lowry. Ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, You can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1. And now a pitch on the way. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Deoner Navarro will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Now a ground ball towards the hole, and he'll reach to knock this ball down. But he knows he's got no chance at first, so we'll see how they score that. Most likely an infield single.
Now batting, first baseman
Adam Lind will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Sweet Kansas.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Price ready with another 0-2. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th.
Hit him down.
And a swing and a chance for Longoria at 3rd. On to Zobrist for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Blue Jays on top, 2-1. Yunel Escobar will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
And And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. And a high strike there, 0-1. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Runs up to bunt here and pops this one up. And he will make a quick basket catch behind the plate for the first out.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Jose Molina will try it again. He flew out his first time. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Knuckleball, 1-1. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Oh, right back at the mound. On to first, and there were two down.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Desmond Jennings will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. First pitch is a slow knuckleball in there, 0-1. Now a late square, and this is popped up, and he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We're through 6 full. The Jays are out in front, 2-1. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Jake McGee is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Jake McGee.
Colby Rasmus will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And he'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And boy, a nice play there by Molina as he takes care of him at first, and the bunt attempt doesn't work out.
Oh, interesting ploy here. He's already beaten these guys with the long ball. Now he's trying to play a little bit of small ball and bunt his way on. A good play here takes care of him, though. But for me, you got to use all your weapons as a hitter.
Meiser Isturis will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats. Here's the first offering. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Here's an easy strikeout.
And this is swung on and grounded to Escobar at short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Jose Reyes will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order. They still lead it 2-1. Ben Zobrist will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The knuckleball giggling at him as it goes by. 1-1. And this will be fouled away. And this is going to be a foul ball. Fouled back. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Oh, that one sounded great off the bat. That's a good, crisp line drive right here to start the inning, and he'll make it up to second with a leadoff double.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And that will mean the end of the knuckleball here, as that's going to be it for R.A. Dickey. So a good job all in all this afternoon, and as it stands, he can only win this one as he departs with a 1-run lead.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over. It's the former first-round pick back in 2000, right-hander Dustin McGowan. Will Myers will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. Now here's the first pitch. Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And now third base coach Tom Foley's waving him home. And that's going to plate the tying run from second, as we've got ourselves a brand new ball game now. runner at first now with nobody out. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. And the McGowan fastball, good for strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
Oh, no. Here we go. Come on, Evan. You can do it, Evan. Let's go.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's another 2-2. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up, and he's in a peck of trouble now.
Wilson Bettamy will dig in. A home run his last time. Infield a double play depth all around. Here's the pitch. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0.
Now he's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? Isturis on to Lind, and it's a double play.
Boy, this is a tough turn out there at short. You can see him be forced to backhand the ball and then pivot on that right leg and throw against the momentum of his body. Nothing simple about that throw, and that's an easy one to throw right out into right field.
James Loney will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Now a swing and a hard-hit grounder. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we are tied 2-2.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, left fielder, Melky Cabrera.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. The man you see here out for a second inning of work, and he becomes the pitcher of record now in a tie ball game.
Yeah, he pitched well last time around. No reason to think that he can't do it again.
Swing and a line drive to center field. And that's going to be a base hit, so a good start as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to start the 8th.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Edwin Encarnacion will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through.
Let's keep him close.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. Oh, and Longoria can't handle it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Jose Bautista will stand in, and after the error, that certainly changes the scope of this inning around.
Yeah, you were looking at maybe 2 outs and nobody on. Now it's 2 on and nobody out. That's about as big a change as you can get.
Okay, we'll take it.
In there for strike 1.
And here's where the Jays need that one hit to really capitalize here.
Get the strike out, man!
And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Right there at the belt, 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
From the belt, the pitch. And he won't go after the cut fastball, 2 and 2. Fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. None out, runners at first and second. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. Fouled straight back. Too high, ball 3. EK, where are you going now on 3 and 2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Full count pitch on its way. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And this will be taken in by Longoria for the first out. A look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today. With both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Brett Laurie will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. Jennings is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Well, you know, he got a whole lot of this one, but he didn't get it all. And in the end, that's the difference between a flyout and a booming home run.
Deoner Navarro will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8.
Shut him down now.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Short lead from second, now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. And fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Myers retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Steve Delabar is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Steve Delabar.
Matt Joyce will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Left fielder, Matt Joyce.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2.
And that's right where you want to be with your specialty pitches. If you can start them knee-high and let them dip out of the strike zone, you'll have a lot of success with locations like that one.
He can't get him to bite this time. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Now the 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like one run may be enough to win this one. Yunel Escobar will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far. Now the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. And, they won't let him walk that easily, as that's somehow ruled a strike. 3-1 now.
That's a borderline strike right there, and I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
The 3-1. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. David DeJesus will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And EK, I don't know about you, but I really hated getting a bad call on that very first pitch.
Hey, jeez. It puts you just in a terrible frame of mind.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Now a swing and a miss there by DeJesus as he's gone for out number 2.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. And he's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out number 2.
Desmond Jennings will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Navarro the sign, the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
And if there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. They'll try again, 1-2. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Rays strand just the 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Heath Bell will enter now to start the 9th inning as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half. Ryan Hennigan is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 24, Ryan Hennigan.
Adam Lind will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th.
First baseman, Adam Lind.
Fouled straight back. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
I think if you gave him another chance, he'd be swinging at that one. That was a great pitch to hit.
And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Colby Rasmus will stand in. He homered back in the 5th inning of this one. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators, foul. And he lays off for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. One out, nobody on. The 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
The batter, number 3, second baseman,
Meiser Isturis will stand in with a go-ahead run at first and 1 down, so we'll need to beware of the ground ball here. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Rasmus at first, now the pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. But this will get foul. 2-1. Here's a hard hit ball ripped down the first base line. He'll go to the bag for 1. A tag, and he is out at second base. And a costly decision there as it's a double play turn to retire the side. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. And we are tied 2-2. Ben Zobrist is set to go now as we lead off the bottom of the 9th.
Second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Swing and a grounder fouled, and that almost took the first base coach along with it. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And look out as this one catches him, and a big mistake there as now the go-ahead run is aboard to lead off the inning.
Hey, when you're representing the winning run, the old saying is, get on any way you can. This one hurts more than most of the other ways, but they're a step closer to maybe winning the ball game.
Will Myers will stand in now, and we'll see what they do about perhaps getting that winning run to second. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
Here we go, Ray.
No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You definitely don't want to go hit by pitch, walk to start this inning. So you got to bear down right here. Really lock in on that catcher.
Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting them with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Evan Longoria will stand in a tie ball game here where a ball in the alley could end this thing. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Straight paint at 94 miles an hour. Not a lot of movement there, but it's right on a dime.
And Longoria swings right through that one as he's behind 0-2 now. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get down for a base hit. Long throw to third. And he's in there at third as the possible winning run.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. This right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Logan Forsythe will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 10, Logan Forsythe.
Wilson Betamit will stand in knowing that just a fly ball could end this thing as the outfield will likely come in a bit. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. Low with the splitter. Ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
And Betamit able to lay off there as the count moves to 2-0 now.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And up at the plate now, he's really in the driver's seat. I don't think they want to walk him, so this should be something good.
Swing and a fly ball, and that should be deep enough to end it. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Rays win. Rays win. Rays win. And they do it in walk-off style.
Well, you really just needed to get something up in the air here, and this one does the trick as he drives in the winning run here on a sacrifice fly.
Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out on opening day and turns in a great performance. Now, that's how you want to get your season started.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 3-2. So long from Tampa.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Rays: 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the Blue Jays, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Heath Bell. His record is now 1-0. The loss goes to Steve Delabar. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. Our paid attendance at Tropicana Field this afternoon, a sellout of 45,000. The Rays thank you and hope you'll join us again real soon.